Well, one, welcome. Two, congrats on the new EP. I know you've been super busy. How does it feel so far? It's been like a week out. Like, how do you feel?
I feel grateful, feel blessed. I'm excited to have it out, let everyone hear it. That's a good thing for me. That's what I've been hoping for a long time. To just have the world, um, to be able to share this project with the world, basically.
I
And
love
the
that.
reception has been really good. So I'm grateful. I'm excited.
Okay. Well, I know your EP dropped last Friday, and then the next day, I don't know if you know, but of course you know, but Twitter was banned in Nigeria. So
Yep.
I guess my question is like, I know a lot of artists or a lot of people on Twitter, it's like it's more of a forum where you can see people's thoughts and what they think. So when music comes out, they get to make comments or reach out to
Mhm.
you. Has it been harder to connect with your fans with Twitter being down, or it is what it is?
Um, Nigerians are very good at adapting. So
Yeah.
like we've adapted, and for some people, it's not been a problem. For some people, it's been a problem. Uh, but still, like with everything going on, the results are still looking good. So
Hmm.
that's one of the reasons why I say I'm really really grateful because I know that like I know we could still do more definitely. Like if our president decides to turn on Twitter again,
Yeah.
but then yeah, I mean I believe they like I'm grateful either way. I'm grateful either way.
That's good. How has the reception been so far, even with Twitter off? Like, what have you been hearing?
It's been amazing. It's actually been amazing. Like it's not as I thought it would be. It's kind of more than I thought it would be. Which is like the best thing about life. Like sometimes you just get like surprises, especially when you actually like putting like a lot of work,
Yeah,
which we've
I,
actually done in the last year.
I agree with
So,
that.
hmm so like it's been great. Like I remember going to the club like song dropped on Friday last week, and I went to the club and like Mona Lisa, like everyone was like singing the song word for word. So I was like, wow, okay, y'all came ready. Like, but it was an energy that everyone prays for, but you don't know how or when it's gonna meet you. And when it hit me, I was very excited about that. But yeah.
I'm happy for you. And I agree. Honestly, when I first went into listening to this EP, and I've listened to it a couple of times, I thought I was gonna love the track with WizKid the most. But I actually love Mona Lisa. Like I literally wrote that down. I'm like, no, like Mona Lisa is my favorite track, and that's like you, just you. So big ups to Mona Lisa, definitely one of my favorite songs. But but my next question is how did you get this EP with Sarz? Like how did you guys link up?
So we met through a mutual friend, my lawyer, and I just like this was like right as the pandemic had started, and I had been through like a what I call the bad phase. Like I just been through a phase where like things weren't just clicking. Um, the people I had been working with at the time, there was some like friction. I won't call it friction. Like everyone just like felt like okay, things aren't working, so like everyone just like scattered around. They just went to do their own thing, and like it was a place of like wow, like we thought we had this, but we didn't have it. But and that became a a seed, I guess. That whole period, that whole scenario, the whole situation became a seed for what was to come. Because I spoke to my lawyer about it, and then he's like, yo, like if you're down, I'll hit up Sarz, and if you like the sound, because I guess I always knew and he always knew that there was like a tone to my sound that was like unique, and that a lot could be done with it. And I also just wanted to like maybe record music, especially with someone like Sarz. And we just linked it up and sent Sarz some of my music, and Sarz enjoyed it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, maybe if he likes it, maybe I'll get like one song. Maybe he'll work on one song or something. And I guess just with where he was also at the time, he was like, well, let's work on the whole EP. I'm like, okay. And we just got straight to work, and it was no looking back from there. And things just aligned, like things just aligned, like, and that was just like, okay, yeah, this is meant to be. So there was no friction, no backlash, just songs just coming out, everyone having a good time. That was it.
I think that makes a lot of sense as far as like alignment and the direction that Sarz is going through. I've listened. I also saw that you dropped an EP in 2017, and I feel like, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I feel like from listening to the songs that you dropped in 2018, 2017, I feel like the Lojay of today is like completely different. Like your style is different, and I feel like from listening to your music, I don't know where that pivot was, but I kind of noticed like in Ogogoro, like it was just like, I feel like it was kind of like a new sound coming from you. Do you agree with that? And what was that process like of you kind of finding a new sound?
To be honest, yeah, when I set out to make music, I had a very clear intention, which was to develop my artistry. Like because I knew that, okay, if I get to the point where I develop my artistry, like, and it was so good, like I'll become so valuable that like it wouldn't be just like a one-time story. So like that was always my key point. It wasn't about dropping music or being a quote unquote star, or like trying to just be an artist. Like I actually wanted to like develop my sound. And if you go through my catalog from the songs I dropped in 2016, which were just like me, just like working and trying to find that sound, all the songs I dropped, I improved. Like, and it was a very intentional thing. Like everything I was dropping from the top from 2016, I just kept getting better. And it was basically, my catalog is basically my journey to my sound right now. And I feel like that at least in terms of melodically, that really came out in Ogogoro. And then with sound, like in terms of like lyricism and everything, like I fine-tuned that with this EP. So I feel like this EP is just a combination of the work I've put in from 2016 to now. And it's just like, okay, boom, okay, this guy is now a mature seed, I guess. And it's just ready to like work and move.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like your growth is very clear. And I feel like that that might be the reason why, like with you and Sarz, it probably aligned. So, it seemed natural for you guys to make music together. And I feel like I said before, even Sarz, his sound has changed over the years. And I feel like it's like you're going through this change and he's going through this change, and it kind of like perfectly meshed.
Definitely.
But even as far as this being representing the evolution of your growth as an artist overall, what was the inspiration behind this EP? Was it a story was this a story that was personal to you?
Yeah, like I was saying, like all of my intention whenever I'm making music is always to express myself. Like so like all the songs were like genuine. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they connect, because um it's just it's real. Like real life. And it's just my way of expressing myself and not holding like not holding anything back. And like for example with Tonongo, it's literally a song about some like a dancer I met in a popular strip club in Lagos. Like it was literally about a dancer I met, like, and I was just expressing myself on the loss I felt at the time. was the stanza, and that's just that song. Like some moments in my lyrics are like picked out, like I picked different moments and put it in different places. But overall, it's just always me, just me expressing myself and telling the world how I feel, basically.
I love that. So one video that I feel like kind of was making its rounds over the internet and even on your own page. I don't know if you know what I'm gonna talk about, but it was of your reaction to WizKid on that
Yeah.
track. What was that like? Like it just seemed like it bust your head. Like you were just completely surprised. What was that like? Like, how did that come about?
Okay, so basically, you see, um, so I recorded Love of Attention in Lagos like a while back, like say like a month or two before that day, maybe even
Mhm.
a few, maybe more than that. But then when I recorded it, I was like, oh, this one's going to be mad. We can put like Wiz on the EP. Like we can put Wiz on this one. And initially the plan was to not have anyone on the EP. But like I was like, I mean, if it's WizKid, like there's a lot of good things that will come out of him being on the EP. So we decided, okay, yeah, let's do that. And I had met him already like in the studio because he had invited me to the studio, told me how much he liked the song and expressed that he wanted to be on the song and everything, which also just made the process smoother because it wasn't us asking him to be on the song. It was literally him like, oh, you, I like it and I want to be on it. And like a week goes by, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So like at this point, we're about to leave London and I still hadn't heard like the verse of Wiz. And I'm like, like, cause it's like, okay, I guess I didn't put my mind on it. Like, okay, hopefully we're gonna do it. And now Sarz is about to play me this song, and he goes, "Oh man, I don't know about this Wiz verse. So he's not saying anything. Like, I'm not getting any feedback. So like, he completely threw me off. Like, then he plays it, and in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Let's just drop it on our ones. Like, the song is good enough, no problem. And I'm just going through my phone, listening to the song for God knows, maybe like the 1 millionth time. And I just hear like vocals, right? And that was my genuine reaction to like hearing like somebody I had like looked up to at a point in time on my song. Like, and now like this person is like on, and this is like my first official project, like, and he literally on it, like stamped his name on it already. Like, he just it put a lot of things into perspective for me, like in terms of like where I I can take this to, where I want to take Afrobeat to as well. Because if we're starting here, it's only up from here, and that was just a great feeling.
I am so happy for you. When I saw that, I was so happy for you. There are artists that wait maybe their whole lives to get WizKid on a track because I know it has to be, I know WizKid is very particular. It has to be natural. He has to be feeling it from what I've heard. So congrats to you. I love the track. It's very natural. It just feels like you said, it feels like, oh, it needed a Wiz verse. Like it I don't know. WizKid was like, the missing puzzle piece to that song. It was just so natural, so real. So I'm very, very happy for you as far as that. But other than WizKid, are there other artists that you're looking to collab with that you may have, really looked up to as you were growing in your career?
Yeah, definitely. Drake, definitely. I would really love to work with him. Skepta, Ed Sheeran, um, Adele, um, one day Cole. That's someone who I really respect. Techno. Um, I don't know if you've heard of Bella Shmurda.
How could I have never heard of Bella Shmurda? Of course I've heard of Bella Shmurda. I love his
Like,
voice. It's sweet. It's just that perfect raspy tone.
yeah, it's like he's so unfiltered. I love it. Like he's not
Hmm.
trying to in any way, he's just expressing himself straight,
Yes.
and I love like I really love that and the confidence in his voice. That's good, bro. But yeah, like just to name a few, those guys. I mean, there's John Bellion as well, guys like that. Salif Keita. Um, yeah, there's a whole host of people, but I guess for the sake of time, we'll stick to those guys that we just called.
Okay, I love it. So with this EP, can we be expecting any music videos soon? Any visualizers?
Like, there's gonna be. Here's the thing: we're here, and we're here for a good time and a long time. So there's a lot of stuff that's gonna come out. We're gonna keep pushing the boundaries, keep making sure that like we're blowing everyone's mind and taking Afrobeats to like a new level. So videos, shows, collaborations, more music, so much more music. Trust me. Like there's a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff coming. That's it. That's all I
I
can say.
I feel like with
What
this
gives me
EP, you were kind of just teasing us like a little bit. Like I feel like the quality of this EP, the sound was just like it was there. So something in my spirit's telling me like you have more coming down the line. Like there's more hits coming down the line.
don't worry. There's more. There's so much more.
Okay, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. So where do you see, just to wrap it up as far as time, where do you see Lojay within the next 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Taking over the world. Like I want to be able to put Afrobeats like in stages that we've never thought about before and take it places we've never thought about even taking it before. Like that's the goal for me. I don't just want to come and be an artist. I want to change the game. I want to I want to be able to like add something to a genre that has given me so much, like in terms of Afrofusion. I want to give something back to a people that have given me so much. That's in terms of Africa. And that's it. That's the aim. Like take us up, 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 up. Take Afrobeat up. Do my part, and like support the people that are doing their own as well with me and everything. But that's the aim. Like that's what I feel every young Nigerian artist right now, or young Afro fusion artist or Afrobeat artist right now should be focusing on. Just making sure that we're taking the sound to the globe and owning it, not just taking it for them to enjoy it, but like taking it and owning it and bringing it back to Africa and seeing value in who we are and what we do. That's the aim. That's the plan. Like, let's go do 50,000 people in Japan, and then
Yes,
like have Japanese people singing from top to bottom, like with their hearts and everything. Like I feel it. They've done it. They brought side to us, and they brought BTS to us. So let's bring Lojay to them as well. You know,
I
that's it.
love that.
That's the
I
plan.
I completely agree. My apologies if I keep speaking over you. I feel like the sound is going in and out, But I love that. I love the point that you made. I feel like we need to expand it outside of the continent, and making sure that it is touching different types of different people of all cultures. Because, sorry, go ahead. What'd you say?
Maintaining ownership while we do that as well.
Of course,
That's
of course.
most important. Maintaining ownership, maintaining it as ours, not having anybody change it into another style and say something else. Just keep it as Afrobeat. Keep our roots intact.
I completely agree. Thank you so much. I feel like this conversation was very refreshing. Thank you so much for thank you for the EP. Thank you for, everything you're bringing to the game with your EP. And I'm really excited to see what's next for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This was
No
fun.
problem. No problem.